jump stop. It's like yes, yes, sure. To the beat, sure. When you give it to me, yeah, give it to me raw. When we get together, do we stand, do we fall? Welcome to the Backpackers Ball. Yes.
In 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, aloha! Hanging out late, drinking a couple of brews. Turn on the radio, put the shit on smooth, so when it's time to wake up, the music comes on, blasted in my ear with a hip-hop song. 5 minutes later, I hear someone knocking, yo. Outside, yo, my stereo was rocking. Think to my mind, who can it be? It was me, the PMD. I said, yo, what's up, trooper? I got this girl and she wants me to duke her. Well, why didn't you? I would've had Ben. The only thing she brought along her friend, so PMD, yo, won't you do me a favor? You with this bitch and I'll hook you up later. She's fly, haircut like Anita Baker. Looked her up and down and said, I'll take her. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to a little thing that we call the Cipher.
What's up, y'all? Listen, Kid laced it today, but I didn't know how he was coming on a lyrical tip, so I murdered the beats today. So that was a little choppy job I made to do on the beats. Next week, I'll come on a well-produced beat for y'all to freaking love and listen to and be all over it and be good
On the table.
On the table. Well, because listen, I got record contract offers for my beats on the table.
Word.
Yes, I should do like a whole freaking album, like, be like freaking, Muff does, beats on the table, and it'd be like all of these like well-known hip-hop songs, but I'll do like the beat version on the table of this shit. You say Muffin does, fucking, I don't know, what's the move?
It'll be like, you see the names.
Yeah, exactly. Can't tell, my nigga. Well, use my language.
I want to rock right now. Okay. I want to rock right now.
If you wrong.
Yo, keep on running. I get wrong. R-A-W, a terrorist, here to bring trouble through.
I'll be
raw. That would be highlighted.
Roxanne.
That's the name. Anyway,
enough of that. Excuse the invite, my let slip. I didn't mean to do that.
Welcome to a thing that we call the Cipher with Kid and Muff. I'm your host, Marcus the Kid Warren. And with me is my man Muff. How you doing today, sir?
Doing well, man.
I think you're sweating. Are you sweating? Are you serious? You're sweating.
Am I sweating?
You're a little sweaty. You're a little misty.
You know what it is? I think
it was that workout.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of a workout here. At any rate, we're here to review another underground gem that we found, and by the group, by the name of Gangrene. The group's name is Gangrene, which consists of The Alchemist and two of the better underground. Alchemist is like kind of a underground producer with a foot in the mainstream.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I don't mean mainstream in terms of like pop mainstream, but in terms of like, some of your favorite MCs he's produced for,
right?
Your Mobb Deep's, people like that. Okay, in fact that's like Mobb Deep's primary producer. Let me go off on a mild tangent about that.
Please do.
I'm always like, okay. Anyways, when The Infamous came out by Mobb Deep back in 1995, is that roughly?
I cannot confirm nor deny that, but it sounds about right.
About 1995. The production was primarily done by Havoc. And in subsequent years with Mobb Deep's albums, you've seen The Alchemist was their primary beat producer. And I was always been against that kind of. Not that The Alchemist is whack to me, The Alchemist is fine, but I always thought that Havoc was a little bit more of an ill producer than Alchemist. I didn't know why they chose to let Alchemist do the majority of the producing on a lot of their albums instead of just letting Havoc just do his thing, because I always thought that Havoc was a little bit iller. But that's just a little bit of digression. But that said, Alchemist is dope. I've heard some really nice Alchemist beats in the past, so I'm not trying to shut him down as far as his production is concerned, because he is off the hook, in his own way, and he's not a bad producer. And one of the reasons what I like about this album, the name of the album is called
Vodka and Ayahuasca.
Listen, I didn't know how to pronounce ayahuasca, and I had to ask him. And this dude, not only did he know how to pronounce it, but he gave me like the background of it, the history of ayahuasca. And I started wondering whether or not he on that narcotic or not.
No, sir, I am not on. See, I'm too afraid to do a hallucinogen. I have never done a hallucinogen before in my entire life. I'm not ashamed to say that. But they do fascinate the living hell out of me, to be totally honest with you.
I found out too a little bit about myself, about what I like in music and hip hop, especially underground hip hop. I gravitate more towards these producer-driven albums.
Okay.
That's what's happening here with me. You know what I'm saying? I think in every sense, I got that really behind your Jay Dillas, your Mad Libs, people like that. In fact, I can go into a lot of the stuff that I like. It's usually producer-driven, where the producer has almost equal billing with the MCs on it. You know what I mean?
Right. We were just talking about this last week, and I mean, we said it before. I mean, you have your Dillas, you have your Kanye West, you have your Black Milks, and now you have your Gangrene. I mean, you have hot producers producing hot beats, and not only can they do that, but they can spit hot fire over it. It's the future of it, man. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. And Oh No, we just spoke about The Alchemist. Oh No happens to be Madlib's little brother.
Yep.
And it's funny because when you think your little brother also in the game, you're going to be thinking like, all right, this dude's probably whack. Oh No has been dope for a minute. In fact, the Exodus into Unheard Rhythms back in 2006, one of my favorite albums of really the last decade. That's real.
Okay.
I love his style of beat making. He also he makes beats for Stone's Throw, just like his brother Madlib. That said, the album, I think they really pushed the limits production-wise of hip-hop.
Okay.
I think, MC-wise, just like your typical producer-driven albums, it's not like they're going to bless you with, like, these ridiculous rhymes. But that said, producer-driven albums, when they begin to MC over their beats, they seem to have, like, this, I know how to rhyme over my own stuff.
Right.
You can, and it flows better as a result of that. You know what I mean? So, for me, the album, for the most part, I thought was very, very good. But, speak on it. Where are you with it?
This album... we talk a lot about what we want from music and what we want from an album, and we want an album to take us somewhere. And this album, Vodka Ayahuasca, took you on a trip, a literal trip. I felt like I was high once I finished listening to this thing. They did push the boundaries when it came to production. I thought beat wise it was sick. Lyrically, it was mad ill, and the subject matter was so ill. It reminded me. It was very reminiscent of like the Grave Diggers, when Stat and Wu got together, and then they put together this really mad ill album. It was dark, and I love my hip hop dark, and and the production of it was a little bit even reminiscent, dare I say, of the Beatnuts. I'm a big Beatnuts fan. I mean, it's a mixture of that. Not saying that they sound just like the Beatnuts, but they have that crazy production. And the thing about this, the Alchemist and Oh No, Gangrene, they know how to flow over their own music, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I thought that it was beautifully done. I thought Vodka and Ayahuasca, great track. Every track on this album was pretty much banging to me.
Yeah, if you want that banging, testosterone driven hip hop, you're gonna bang this from beginning to end. The beats are very, very edgy.
Edgy.
And I would I would expect nothing less from these two. Excuse me. The track that stood out for me is Dump Truck with Prodigy. You know what I mean? They have Coogee Rap on the album. Roxy, Evidence, of course, is going to be in the album. So if you're familiar with an Oh No and Alchemist, you're going to see these MCs on there anyway. But yeah, I thought it banged from beginning to end. I thought the lyrics again weren't groundbreaking or anything like that, but they really know how to lace their beats. And I hope they put out an EP last year before they came out with this album. And I thought you say you didn't. How were you with the EP?
I did finally get a listen to it. I
thought it was dope.
It was dope.
Yeah. I thought the EP was dope too. I mean, and this is something that with each successive listen, it gets better and better.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I've listened to this a few times. And even you hit me to it, something that I've heard even before. I got the Livers for Sale. I heard it, and when I was playing this before we started, you were like, "Man, wait, play it again, cause that's crazy." And I listened to it, but I didn't give it. I thought I gave it a good listen, but I listened to it again. I'm like, you know what, this dude is absolutely off the hook with this. He's right with this. Livers for Sale is off the hook. The whole album is banging. You got to see it, but again, don't play it in front of the kid, in front of the wife or the kids, or in front of women in general. Not that it's ignorant, but it's
ill.
It's not. It's very testosterone driven hip hop.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Very edgy, and it's not meant for. It's not easy in the ears. I think you gotta kind of have an open ear for it too.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely have to have an open ear.
Because it's not conventional in terms of production. But again, I love it when producers just go into the studio and it seems like they have like carte blanche to do whatever the heck they want to do in the studio, and that's where you get your art. And then we talked about this last week, where a lot of hip hop artists are kind of impeded by the fact that they have to make a hit every time they go in the studio, or make something that's going to sell. You know what I mean? Instead of just putting the art first. And if you listen to this album, it sounds to me like the artist first.
Yes, sir. No, definitely. Art. It's artistic. It's articulate. But I'm saying, but it's a little crazy.
Okay.
Just a little. Well, actually, no, it's not a little crazy. It's mad crazy, which kept me going, which kept me listening to it. I wanted to listen to the next track, and when I was done with it, I just had to sit back and like, whoa.
Yeah. These dudes.
This was something a little bit crazy.
They went a little crazy in it, but that's. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this thing.
Go for it.
I thought it was off the hook. I'm definitely getting a very strong 4 Cyphies.
I agree.
Okay.
The same. Very, 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 very strong 4. And I think that, let me tell everybody where they can hit us up at. Let us know what you think about this album. They can hit us up on our Gmail account. We are kidandmuff44@gmail.com. That's KIDDANDMUFF44@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on Twitter or follow us on Twitter. We're also kidandmuff44 on Twitter. And you can also hit us up on our Facebook account. We are the Cipher Crew on Facebook, y'all.
That's right.
So, 4?
4.
I give it a 4. Very strong 4. Check it out. Oh No and the Alchemist, or Alchemist and Oh No. Gangrene, Vodka and Ayahuasca. Check it out. Also check out the video. Very ill video. My man Action Bronson made a cameo appearance in it.
You know, we we love us some Action Bronson.
I love Action Bronson. So check him out. Why? Because the Cipher said so, son. Peace.
Every time I write a rhyme, I feel like Megatron going against Optimus Prime for the very last time. Once y'all stand, once y'all fall, let me know you're not appalled. Put your hands up in the air, say yes, y'all. We're all gathered to witness the Babylon.